Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Gas and Gavel YouTube channel. My name is Michael. Today we're going to take a look at this 2023 GMC Savana. And this 2023 GMC Savana is going to be the newest, oldest van available in the market today. The design of this van has largely remained unchanged since 1996. That's right, folks, 1996. This van has held the record, or one of the longest records, of the longest running van designs with 0 updates for over 3 decades. From 1996 until today, where I'm filming today is 2025, there's only been one single facelift in its entire history. And in 2003, the front end was redesigned to give it a much more aggressive headlights. But by and large, this van has remained unchanged since its introduction in 1996 to today, 2025. Now, the only other cars out there that hold similar records is the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, which ran the same design from 63 to 91, and the Dodge Ram, which ran from 1949 until 1979. The longevity of this, again, GMC Savana van, again, their design, the longevity of keeping the same design is only beaten by 2 other vehicles. The first is the Toyota Land Cruiser Series 70, which launched in 1984 and has been designed pretty much the same for the past 40 years. And the other is the Lada Vida, which has remained unchanged since 1977. So third place for the Savana van is not bad. So many of you are probably wondering, like, how does GMC get away with this? Like, aren't consumers like angry, up in air? How can you sell this is a $30,000 truck, $40,000 truck that looks the same from 1996? How do they get away with it? How does this American car company get away with it? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will understand a clear picture of the quirkiness of the GMC Savana and its cousin, the Chevy passenger van. So if you take a look at my other videos, you guys know I'm a pretty big fan of like exotic and luxury cars. But sometimes certain cars come along into your life, and you just can't help but admire and relate to certain characteristics of it. And this van definitely proves true. I am a creature of habit. I love things the same. And I love how this van has essentially design has stayed the same for, again, 30, 40 plus years. And they refuse to change. In fact, GMC has committed to this same design all the way up to 2026. So we're going to get another year of, again, the same design. And again, definitely relate. And I never realized that U-Haul van would hold a special place in my heart. But I'm excited for this review, and let's jump right into it. So for those unfamiliar with the GMC badging, General Motor Company is essentially the parent company of the following: Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. So General Motors owns all that, and GMC is the sub-brand underneath General Motors. And essentially, it's essentially their truck division, their coach building division, and essentially, again, GMC, General Motors, GM, is the parent company, whereas GMC, again, is a division of General Motors. And under the GMC brand is where you will find, again, many of the essentially, I call them work vans, essentially. So this is where you get the SUVs, pickups, and vans that get converted into fire trucks, ambulances, heavy-duty trucks, military vehicles, motorhomes, transit buses, and medium and heavy-duty trucks. So again, GMC essentially creates all the four-wheel tools that we need to keep this world running and our community safe. So great job, General Motors. There's a motto out there where they say, why mess with a good thing? And essentially that's what GMC has done with the GMC Savana. Essentially, it works. And corporations and businesses, big and small, families, big and small, love the elements that embody this this truck. Hence why designers never bothered to redesign it. Again, why mess with a good thing? So essentially what GMC does with the Savana is that they basically sell you a template. They'll sell you a motor attached to 2 seats, and essentially they'll cut off right here at the essentially right behind the back seats, and then attach it to a bed. And basically they'll sell it to you like that, and you can kind of just convert it or attach whatever you want to the back of it. So if you want to create a motorhome, you can throw a motorhome back there. You want to create a box truck, you can put a box truck back here. You want to drive passengers around, you can put a bunch of seats back there, put a bunch of windows in. Or in this case, where U-Haul has basically converted this into a cargo van. So basically, the back is just a big empty box to transport things in. So again, essentially, they'll sell you a template, and you build what you want to your needs for whatever business or that you're operating. So why is this GMC Savana so popular? It looks like a cube with 4 wheels. Why? Well, for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's cheap, and it's reliable, and it's proven that for over 4 decades. And cheap and reliable are 2 words that any business person or businesswoman or businessman loves. While rival fleet companies with competitors such as the Nissan NV and so forth, the prices have risen. In actuality, the GMC vans have actually stayed relatively the same. So again, cheap and reliable. And with the rise of e-commerce, such as Amazon overnight deliveries, the demand for these type of trucks, especially empty cargo vans, have skyrocketed through the roof. And lastly, this car is simple. Not simple in a bad way, but simple in the fact that it just has what you need to run your business and get the job done. And any of your employees can jump in and utilize a truck without having to be confused or slow down. And if parts break, parts are simple, fast, and easy to replace. For businesses, time is money, and any downtime for a truck is money out of their pockets. So again, these and several other factors are the reason why the GMC Savana is such a popular product for the General Motors company. So the GMC Savana does have a cousin, and it's a little more popular cousin, the Chevyexpressvan. They are the same exact car. There's only 2 differences between the 2, and that is basically badging and the front grille. So this is the front grille of the GMC Savana. So again, GMC Savana, and this is the front grille of the cousin, the Chevy passenger van. Again, the only difference is the emblem and the front grille design, but other than that, everything else from the headlights back are essentially the same. Now you can essentially think of the GMC Savana and its cousin, the Chevrolet Express, as essentially very similar. If you guys ever taken SATs, there's a part where you kind of like, there's 2 words and you kind of have to match them. So essentially, there's a GMC Savana and a Chevrolet Express, and then there is, you know, in I guess the current generation, there's like for example, the Toyota GT86 and its cousin, the Subaru BRZ, or in my generation, way back then, the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the Eagle Talon. Again, it's smart for 2 car companies or 2 competitors to again share cars and share platforms and share technologies, and we got a lot of great products out of it. Eclipse GSX, anyone? Now the GMC Savana comes in 3 base trims. There's 1 standard wheelbase until at the 2500, and there's a higher standard wheelbase, the 3500, and then in the 3500 you can get an extended wheelbase that adds about 20 inches of length to the bodywork. The GMC Savana comes with a variation of the motors, but the 2 main motors that you have the option of picking from is, the first is a V6. The V6 is a 4.3 liter LV1 that is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and the V6 is rated at 276 horsepower and 290 foot-pounds of torque. Or for those that need a little bit more power to move people and things, there is a Chevy LS based V8, and this V8 goes through it again an 8-speed auto transmission, but pushes out over 401 horsepower and 464 foot-pounds of torque. The V6 has a tow capacity of about 4,000 pounds, but if you need to tow something really, really heavy, the V8 has a tow capacity of over 10,000 pounds. That is a lot of weight. So again, two options, light load and heavy load. But again, GMC keeps it simple. Here's two motors, pick one. And I think that's why people like the simplicity of, again, this General Motors product. So on the Gas and Gavel YouTube channel, I usually prefer to, again, review exotic cars or luxury cars. And I never really get into like the miles per gallon or gas mileage, because we all know the exotics, or even like a V12, gas mileage is not great. But in this case, since this is a work van, I think it's important to go over those numbers. But apparently General Motors doesn't think so. So apparently there's a rule or law, I don't know if it's federal or not, but basically for a certain van, after a certain weight or a certain size, basically the car companies don't have to release those figures. They're not legally required. So you won't be able to find any of that data on the GMC website. But according to the internet has decided that the actual miles per gallon for this GMC Savana is 15 miles per gallon city and 22 miles per gallon highway. I'm assuming that's probably for the V6, and I'm assuming that the V8 is probably a little bit less. So again, not that great of a gas mileage, and it's probably best that they didn't put those figures on there, because I don't think that people would be smiling at those numbers. So for the fellow non-believers that this car is not from 2020s or even this current age, I have for you the owner's manual, and I wouldn't have believed it either if I didn't open the glove compartment and find the owner's manual. And again, it is a 2023 GMC Savana. Again, further proof that this is genuinely a Savana from 2023.